Girivaradari. Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradari. Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana. Yamunatira Vanachari. Yamunatira Vanachari. Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradari. Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana. Yamunatira Vanachari. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Namaste Sarasvati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pasyachade Satarine. Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Chaitanya Nityananda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Krishna Radhe Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Gauranga Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devi Sarasvatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udiraye. Wonderful that you know. So, before reciting this Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana, unto Nara-Narayan Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Sarasvati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author. Nashtapeshu abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Tamajloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. By regular attendance in classes on the Bhagavatam and by rendering of service to the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is praised with transcendental songs, established as an irrevocable fact. So today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 21, verse 25. Prajāpati-sutaḥ samrāṇ Prajāpati-sutaḥ samrāṇ manur vikhyāta-maṅgalaḥ manur vikhyāta-maṅgalaḥ brahmāvartam yo dhivasan brahmāvartam yo dhivasan śāsti saptārṇavāṁ mahīm śāsti saptārṇavāṁ mahīm. Sutaḥ samrāṇ manur vikhyāta-maṅgalaḥ brahmāvartam yo dhivasan śāsti saptārṇavāṁ mahīm prajāpati-sutaḥ samrāṇ manur vikhyāta-maṅgalaḥ brahmāvartam yo dhivasan, śāsti saptārṇavāṁ mahīm. Vaishnavis? Prajāpati-sutaḥ samrāṇ, manur vikhyāta-maṅgalaḥ, brahmāvartam yo dhivasan, sapta mahīm. Prajāpati-sutaḥ samrāṇ, manur vikhyāta-maṅgalaḥ, brahmāvartam yo dhivasan, śāsti saptārṇavāṁ mahīm. Prajāpati-sutaḥ samrāṇ, manur vikhyāta-maṅgalaḥ, brahmāvartam yo dhivasan, śāsti saptārṇavāṁ mahīm. So today we are reading from Canto 3. And Canto 3 is about status quo. And status quo means keeping the equilibrium, keeping the balance in the cosmic creation after the creation that we heard in Canto 2. Okay? After the creation, structure should be there, order should be there, organization, management should be there. Okay, now Lord Brahmā is empowering Svāyambhuva Manu to do the maintenance of the universe after Canto 2, the creation. In chapter 21 is a conversation between Svāyambhuva Manu and Kardama Muni. So we are dealing with VIP, very important people, okay? And I felt very fortunate when I read the verse given to me, verse 25, because it's Lord Vishnu speaking. So, Lord Vishnu is there, you see? And he's speaking with his future in-law. Okay? As you can understand, you should be a very high personality in a way that Vishnu comes to speak with you. Vishnu doesn't come to speak with me. Okay, so who is this Manu? Yes? Oh my God! Thank you. I forgot. Sorry. My first time, huh? So, the translation of the verse, 25th. The Emperor Svāyambhuva Manu, the son of Lord Brahmā, who is well known for his righteous acts, has his seat in Brahmāvarta and rules over the earth with its 7 oceans. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Sometimes it is stated that Brahmāvartam is a part of Kurukṣetra, or that Kurukṣetra itself is situated in Brahmāvarta, because the demigods are recommended to perform spiritual ritualistic performances in Kurukṣetra. But in others' opinion, Brahmāvarta is a place in Brahmaloka, where Svāyambhuva Manu ruled. There are many places on the surface of this earth which are also known in the higher planetary systems. We have places on this planet like Vṛndāvana, Dvārakā, Mathurā, but they are also eternally situated in Krishna Loka. There are many similar names on the surface of the earth, and it may be that in the Boer age, Svāyambhuva Manu ruled this planet, as stated here. The word Mangala is significant. Mangala means one who is elevated in every respect, in the opulences of religious performances, ruling power, cleanliness, and all other good qualities. Vikhyāta means celebrated. Svāyambhuva Manu was celebrated for all good qualities and opulences. So this verse brings to us the concept of divine leadership, śāstric leadership, good leadership, okay? And we are speaking about Svāyambhuva Manu. And Lord Vishnu is speaking about Svāyambhuva Manu to Kardama Muni, his future in-law, father-in-law, okay? So, who is this Svāyambhuva Manu? He's a very high personality. He's not only Brahma's son, who is empowered by him, but he's also the first Manu, the first prajāpati. And prajapatis are progenitors of mankind. So he's the lawgiver to all mankind. Is the architect of the morals to the mankind. Is the husband of Satarupa, father of Priyavrata and Uttanapada, grandfather of Dhruva Maharaj. And we know that all of these personalities are very important from Bhagavatam. So we are speaking about very high quality people. And Svāyambhuva Manu is not only a manager, a king, a ruler, is a rajarshi, is Raja and a sage, Rishi. So he combines both. He's the best or one of the best rulers in terms of material perspective, in terms of spiritual perspective. Raja, Rishi, okay, together. And we know him from Manusmriti. He's the author of Manusmriti. And Manusmriti means the code of right behavior to all mankind, okay? And I would like to tell you that, to me, this is a very interesting point. Why? Before becoming to Krishna consciousness, I was a lawyer. And as you know, each country has its own law. Each country has its own rules. And sometimes you can win a case with the same characteristics. You go to another country and most probably you will lose the case. But the facts are the same. Understand? In our planet, basically there are two systems of law. The continental system, European system, and the American system. And they are completely different. They don't match at all. So, we have this one person, Svāyambhuva Manu, so empowered, so pure, so honest, so excellent. He was able to write a code of law to all mankind. And to me it is war. Okay? Not only to planet Earth, to mankind. So we are dealing with very important people, okay? From the verse and from the purport of Srila Prabhupada, we understand that Brahmāvarta can be in the planet Earth, related with Kurukṣetra. It means modern Haryana area. And for us, Vaishnavas, Kurukṣetra is very dear because Gita was spoken there. Srila Prabhupada says that other people, they say, no, Brahmāvarta is in Brahmaloka. And very expertly, Srila Prabhupada harmonizes the apparent contradiction and conflict. And these we need to learn from Srila Prabhupada. Because many times we see in our scriptures, even inside the same Bhagavatam, we see what we could see as contradiction, conflict. But actually it's our problem. We don't understand. So we see the conflict. So how Prabhupada does, how we can harmonize, he says, both are true. Both are possible. And why Prabhupada says that? Because he has the knowledge. So we can harmonize when we have knowledge. If we see conflicts, if we see contradictions, we don't have the knowledge. And Prabhupada says, like Vṛndāvana, Mathura, Navadvip, Jagannath Puri, they exist in both realms. In the spiritual platform, in the material platform. And you see, Srila Prabhupada is more worried or more interested in the second part of the purport. He doesn't give so much importance to the geographic apparent contradiction. He says it can be this, it can be that, no problem. Let's move on. And the second part of the purport is really, really interesting. He says, he highlights two words, Mangala and Vyaktaha. We are, well, how can I say? Normally we translate Mangala as auspicious. That's it. But Srila Prabhupada brings us deeper. And he says, auspicious in every respect. So Lord Vishnu is saying that Svāyambhuva Manu is auspicious in all respects, meaning purity, righteousness, cleanliness, ruling powers, and all qualities. He was exemplary in his motivations, actions, thoughts. Okay? And Vyaktaha, he was celebrated, well known, renowned. Imagine millions and millions and millions of years. And we are speaking today about Svāyambhuva Manu. This is real meaning of being well known. Okay? His fame comes because he's pure, because he does righteous acts, not because he's powerful, not because he's rich, not because he has position, status, followers. Lord Vishnu himself says that Svāyambhuva Manu is righteous. And because of that is well known, because of that is auspicious. So, I'd like to tell you about the model of leadership that Bhagavatam wants us to consider, to follow, to study, actually to practice. Okay? So let's see what is the model of leadership that Bhagavatam highlights. Leadership begins in a sacred consciousness, not in politics or ambition. Material life should be managed by spiritual laws. Svāyambhuva Manu was a righteous king. He was a divine king. He was a rajarshi. His motivations were pure. His actions were honest. He was not willing to be famous because he was the ruler of mankind. He was not willing to be famous because he was the author of Manusmriti. And you see, in Purport, Srila Prabhupada highlights, in the translation, it says, righteous acts. Prabhupada doesn't mention that he was rich, that he was powerful, that he was the author of Manusmriti. Prabhupada doesn't mention about his family. No, he says righteous acts. And because of that, he's famous. Because he was a good ruler in terms of spiritual, immaterial areas. Okay? So he wants to create a society where spiritual knowledge and righteousness flourish. And he's thinking about mankind. And many times we cannot rule our own life. Whoa. Okay? And you see, after you'll see that Svāyambhuva Manu is giving his daughter, the princess of the ruler of mankind, is giving his own daughter to a poor sage living in the forest without material possessions. Amazing, huh? He could choose any man, but he chose Kardama Muni. Why? He knew they were at the same level. Devahuti and Kardama Muni were at the same level. And they were supposed to be the mother and father of Lord Kapil. So from this small detail, we can understand that our personal, family, business should align with what is better for the collective good. Our personal things should align what is better for the community. Again, we see a wonderful ruler without personal life. He was clear, he was honest, he was righteous. Okay? So moving on, a true leader is a servant of Dharma, not addicted to power, fame, money, ambition, and go on and go on and go on. Okay? Now, I would like to make a game with you. Is that okay? So, let's compare two types of leadership, two types of management. Okay? In one side we have divine leadership. Manus is one of the best examples. And the other side we have material leadership, modern leadership. So, stay with me. I would like you to participate now. It can be extremely funny and it can be extremely painful. Are you with me, Mama? With me? So, I will read some characteristics about leadership. And you will tell me, after I read, if this is divine leadership or material leadership. Okay, so let's start. Leads by manipulation and coercion. Okay. Based on power and politics. Motivated by service. Based on dharma and shastra. Guided by brahmanas, sages, holy scriptures. Sees subjects as consumers, voters, and workers. Motivated by control, gain, profit, self-interest, ambition. Serves eternal goals, how to guide all back to Godhead. Fine. Serves temporary goals, economy, popularity, power, fame. Leads by example. Motivated by, sees subjects as spiritual souls, children of God. Guided by media, economics, and personal agendas. So the difference is about consciousness. So with this criteria, we can understand, and this is the painful part, we can understand what kind of management we have in Mayapur, what kind of management we have in your temple, what kind of management we have in Bhakta service department, what kind of management we have in the book distribution, what kind of management you had when you came to the ashram your first time. It's very easy to criticize the modern government, the modern politics, the modern karmi people, okay? But you need to look inside, huh? Yes. We need to reflect about our own society, our own temple, our own Bhakta program, our own management. The criteria is clear. If I don't want to see, I will not see. If I want to see, I put my glasses. Okay? So, moving on. Svāyambhuva Manu was the ruler of mankind and set the example of integrity and devotion. He ruled as servant of God, not tried to rule as master of all. So, now we can be a little bit depressed. Okay, what can I do? We are speaking about Svāyambhuva Manu, so high personality. He was able, he was doing it. But what about me? I cannot. I'm just a human being. I'm just this, I'm just that, I'm just that. We can be a little bit depressed when we see so high examples. Yes? Yes? Oh my God. Here and I'm here. So better do nothing. Better a little bit of tamaguna. No problem. Just give up. Why not? I'm not able. No. We can do it. It's a question of Do I want? Okay, so let's see, moving on, positive side, let's see practical applications of the knowledge we get from the scriptures. We know that Svāyambhuva Manu was honest, straightforward, tolerant, patient, brave, not biased, not moved by position, money, ambition, personal interests. So how can we apply this to our spiritual life, to our present life? Okay? Are you with me? So, who are we? And I try to make it general. Okay? So, we means couples, parents, managers, temple presidents, and devotees. So we can do it. We can apply this knowledge. It's a question of willing. Okay? So, couples, parents, how can we apply the example of Svāyambhuva Manu? Marry two people. Don't get married just with one person. Marry two people. Dun, 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 dun. Bring Krishna as the third partner to your marriage. Bring Krishna as the third partner to your marriage. So, I marry you, you marry me, and we together, we marry Krishna. This is the marriage, okay? So, being like this, we can be kind, loving, caring, respectful, tolerant, humble in our marriage. We serve the other one because he is a servant of God. And we do to please God. We do to please Krishna. And we make sure that in our mini reign inside our house, everyone gets good conditions to develop better sadhana, better faith. You see, we need to uplift the other one. And then what will happen with our kids? Monkey see, monkey do. If they see a united couple with Krishna in the center, if they see respect, love, caring, dedication, everyone being humble, they will learn how to deal with mother, they will learn how to deal with father, they will know how to deal with people outside. So in our own mini reign, we can follow Svāyambhuva Manu's example. Okay? Now, managers, temple presidents, heads of the departments, how can we follow Svāyambhuva Manu's perfect example? This is difficult, huh? It's difficult. From the qualifications of the Kshatriya, from Bhagavad Gita, I understand that the most important two qualities of the Kshatriya is be brave and be protective. Then you are a good leader. Then you are a real Kshatriya. You are brave and you protect your people. So managers, temple presidents, head of the departments, how can you do this? Following Svāyambhuva Manu. Be caring, be protective, be humble. Move your people from behind. Try to engage them in the service that is needed, but in a way that their japa is okay, their reading is okay, their study is okay. So a good leader is the one who protects the spiritual life of the members of the group. Many things are needed to do in the temple. I was there, I know. But now, after 30, 40, 50 years, we know better. And the real leader can protect the spiritual life of the people under him. Don't use fear. Don't use manipulation. Don't use coercion. Don't use fear. This is not real and it will not last. A good leader is someone who inspires by example. We should be our small acharyas in our department. A good leader is a good follower. Why? Because he follows the scriptures. He follows Srila Prabhupada. He follows advanced senior devotees. He's not guided by fame, prestige, money, self-agenda. And again, a little bit of pain if we see our society, past and present. Unfortunately, we have many examples, and the results are never good. If my motivation is fame, glory, money, ambition, my personal agenda, I can fool many people short time. I cannot fool many people long period. How can we, devotees in general, follow Svāyambhuva Manu's example? Again, it's easy. It's a question of, do I want to do it? Yes, so I will do it. Okay? So I can behave, I can see myself, I can feel myself as mini Manu. And my kingdom is my mind, my speech, my motivation, my actions. So I need to control myself. Actually, leadership comes from self-mastery. I need to be my own guru. I need to be my own leader. I need to be my own manager. So we can do it. We can do it in our family. We can do it in our marriage or relationships. We can do it in our temple. We can do it in our society. We can do it in ourselves. From Bhagavatam we understand that power, money, fame, glory, itself, they are not a problem. There are wonderful rich people. There are wonderful famous people. So the problem is what we do to get money, to get power, to get prestige, and what we do after getting money, get prestige, get fame, get adoration. This is the problem. So again, it only depends on our consciousness. So we need to align with Srila Prabhupada. He's our best manager. He's our best ruler. He's our best king. So if we align with Srila Prabhupada, we are safe. Are you with me? So, what is the secret? I don't have a donation box, but if you want to give a donation, I'll tell you the secret. Joking, joking. Just wake up. What is the secret to a divine, shastric, dharmic leadership?
At least when I think of the example of Srila Prabhupada, first of all, he had an instruction from his spiritual master, and he had this deep desire to elevate the people of the West, and he did it through compassion. In the beginning, he did everything himself. When he was cooking a feast, he was the one cooking, he was the one cleaning, and he did it again and again and again, being very patient, and still every day he did his service of writing the Srimad Bhagavatam and praying to Krishna before he came to America, if you want me to dance, let me dance. I will do the best that I can, but ultimately the result is up to you. If you make me fail, if I only just make one devotee, this will be wonderful.
So Srila Prabhupada is our best example in every topic. Okay? And I would like to summarize what is the secret to be a divine leader. 2 words: servant leader. If you take just something from my class, just take this expression, concept, servant leader. Okay? I'm doing a seva as anyone else. Maybe someone is cooking, I'm the manager. Why not? It's okay. Everything is okay. Someone is cleaning the toilet, I'm doing the accounting. Both are needed. Someone is dressing the deities, someone goes to book distribution. Together, they are perfect. Okay? So, to apply these, in the secret of this divine leadership is when we pose them ourselves, we see ourselves, we feel ourselves as servant leaders. In our temple, in our department, in our family, and with myself. Okay? So, see oneself as an instrument of the Lord and as a servant leader. Begin decisions with prayer and consultation. Seek guidance from Shastra and senior advanced devotees, just as Manu was guided by Brahma. Keep sadhana steady and honest. Morning program, chanting steady. Serve with integrity, honesty, even when no one is watching you. Paramatma is there, huh? And the last one, offer all results to Krishna, understanding that success and failure come from him. So, we have only 5 minutes. I was not expecting so much people and so intelligent and interested people. So I'll close here. I'd like to get your comments, your questions. After saying this, one friend of mine told me, be a spiritual warrior and don't worry. So beautiful, huh? Be a spiritual warrior and no worries. So I conclude my class, my seva to you with these ideas. Servant leader is the secret, and be a spiritual warrior, don't worry. So if you have comments, if you have questions, it will be my pleasure to say something. Yes, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji, for an interesting class.
Thank you.
I liked your point about how we're very quick to point the finger at the leaders of our modern society, but we should be introspective. But I also see that dynamic goes on in the Krishna consciousness movement, that we may point the finger at the managers and the leaders in our temple or on our Bhakti program or whatever it is, and sometimes blame them for our own shortcomings, and often misunderstand their intentions when they may have been trying to do their best, and we may, even out of an immature fault-finding mentality, we may think that they're in Maya or that they're, motivate. They may not be, So, yeah, I've seen that happen. So that was my concern.
Thank you. Again, I should be my own mini Manu. I should control my mind, and I should see if it is truth or if it is just criticism. And if I see something wrong, what are my motivations? So we need to balance, but always open eyes.
I was just wondering if you could speak a little bit more on the point you made just at the end about having honest sadhana.
Honest sadhana. Basically, we should follow what Srila Prabhupada wants us to do. Morning program, japa, study, not read, study his books. And then seva. So we need to be honest to ourselves. What is the quality of my sadhana? What is the quality of my reading? What is the quality of my japa? And also, we need to be honest to the community, because many times we see devotees are very enthusiastic, suppose, till they get initiated. Then, okay, that's it. I have my name, so I can relax now. Or we see, oh, I did Bhakti Shastri, I know everything, 5 books, I was so famous, so everyone was praising me. Now, why read small books? Everything is in Bhagavatam. You see, we need to be we tend to be lenient. We tend to be like easygoing. We are fired up in the beginning of a project, and then, and you see, I started the class saying that after the creation, Lord Brahmā empowered his best man to keep the creation steady, organized, clean, good management, to avoid chaotic situation. So with our own spiritual life, we need to assess, okay, how it was my japa today. Okay, tomorrow I need to do better. How it was my last year, how it was my festival, how it was my stay in Mayapur. Can I do better? So we need to be honest with ourselves, straightforward. We want to see our own reality. And then, of course, Paramatma is help. Srila Prabhupada is with help. But we need to be extremely careful. Maya doesn't attack the ones who are in ignorance. She owns them already. Why Devi Maya will lose her time giving attention to someone who is so degraded? She's looking to us, because we are trying to get out of our grips. So we are the best people to call Maya's attention. So we are in the marginal situation. We are trying. So she will grab us as much as possible. So we need to be honest fair. We need to be up to the level and checking every day. Am I good? Can I do better? How can I do better? So honesty in this sense. Be straightforward. Be clean. Girls, Mama.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so much for the inspiring class.
Thank you.
So, usually when I attend Bhagavatam classes, I get very inspired. And I'll have this in my mind that, yes, I want to do this, I'll have a checklist. But the moment I step out of the class, I'll get affected by things that are happening around me. And whatever in my mind I've told that if this happens, this is how I'm going to react to it. But that's not what I do. The anger kicks in and then the reaction comes out. But then when I go back home, I reflect upon it and I feel bad about it. And I'll tell myself, okay, I'm going to do better. But I don't seem to be doing any better. I feel like I'm falling back into the anger cycle, and I don't know how to break free from it.
Welcome to material world. It's not easy, but it's possible. You remember that example Srila Prabhupada said, when we go inside the plane, we are busy. We are already inside the plane. We are busy putting our luggage here, putting the belt, make sure we are comfortable, and we are not paying so much attention. And then, whoa, we are already up. Remember that example? Oh, we are already flying. We are already far away from the ground. Maybe, I don't know you, maybe you are being too harsh with yourself. Maybe you can be more tolerant, more respectful, more caring towards yourself. And maybe you are doing more than you think. On the other hand, a little bit of salt, a little bit of self-criticism should always be there. And if you see, oh, I'm doing this, I'm wrong, perfect. No one starts changing if we don't see the need of changing. So if you see the need of changing, you are already in the process. And one day, I hope very soon, you will look back and say, oh, I did great. Whoa. Congratulations. Okay. And move on. Don't hold in self-fame, self-prestige, oh, I'm so good. No, we just move on to the next challenge, to the next step. Okay, finish? Yes, Mata?
I wanted to make an announcement for tomorrow evening Samadhi program.
Okay.
Srila Prabhupada Katha.
1
Invite
minute.
everybody.
1 minute, let me finish. Okay. So, I would like to leave you with a thought. What is one area of my life where I can and want to bring more of that servant leader consciousness? More sacred order, more purity, more service spirit. Don't tell me, but just think in what area of your life you want to be a servant leader. Okay? Thank you very much. Nice to be with you. Wishing you all the good. And Mataji wants to do an announcement. Come.
Hare Krishna.